All right, welcome to the very first episode of the Retention Revolution, everyone. I'm Brenda, and I'm here with Benny. Today, we're peeling back the curtain on what customer retention actually means for your business, beyond all the buzzwords. Let's just kick it off with the basics: retention, churn rate, customer retention rate, net promoter score, and customer lifetime value. I know, it sounds like an alphabet soup, but these are the numbers every business leader really needs to understand. Retention is the percentage of customers who stick around with you over a certain time period. Churn rate? That's basically how many customers you're losing. Ideally, you want that to be as low as possible. Then, customer retention rate, or CRR, is just the percentage of customers you keep. NPS, that's Net Promoter Score, measures how likely your customers are to recommend you to others. And CLTV, or Customer Lifetime Value, is pretty much what a customer is worth to your business from start to finish.
Yeah, and I'll just jump in here. The data doesn't lie. Acquiring a new customer costs a lot more, sometimes 5 to 25 times more than keeping one you already have, according to Bain & Company. Actually, they say if you can increase retention by just 5%, you could boost your profits by up to 95%. That's just wild. People sometimes think growth is about running faster. But well, you've got leaks in your bucket if you ignore why customers leave.
It's so true, Benny. I still remember one of my early consulting projects, a company that was obsessed with racking up new customers, pouring a fortune into marketing, just to see half of them vanish 3 months later. They kept saying, "If we just get more in the door, we'll hit the targets." But the math didn't add up until we finally audited the churn rate. Only once we ran the numbers on lifetime value and actual retention did they realize they were just filling a leaky bucket. That was a light bulb moment for everyone, I think.
Personalization. This is where the magic happens. It's not only about sending personalized emails, it's recognizing customer birthdays, customizing onboarding, and even the way you use your CRM so that anyone in your company can see the full picture, not just a piece. Take Spotify. Wrapped and Discover Weekly aren't just playlists. They're emotionally charged, hyper-personalized journeys that keep people coming back. That makes loyalty stick.
And it doesn't have to be B2C. We see this all the time in B2B. Benny, remember you told me about the electronics retailer that doubled their repeat purchase rates just by building personalized drip campaigns off CRM data?
Absolutely. They started treating every business customer like a rock star. Automated touchpoints, individual milestones notifications, it all added up. Suddenly, their customers were loyal, not just satisfied. The more relevant you are, the more likely they'll choose you over someone else next time.
All right, let's talk loyalty and referral programs. It's more than just a coffee card. Think points, tiers, VIP access, and, my favorite, experiential rewards. Starbucks is the gold standard here with their app. Tiered rewards, convenience, and offers that feel like they were made just for you.
And gamification is huge too. I had a client in telecom who literally increased retention just by showing customers their points on every interaction, not hiding the rewards. Suddenly, people were competing with themselves. One more day and I get a free upgrade. That's the kind of engagement you want. It feels like a game, not a chore.
They made loyalty visible and fun instead of just another card. The result? Less churn, more brand love, and a whole lot more referrals pouring in organically. That's success.
Okay, omnichannel. That's a fancy way of saying support your customers everywhere, all the time. Whether they message you on social, call, email, or use the chat, it should be seamless. Airbnb does this brilliantly, right? They know your context no matter where you connect. Super smooth.
Yeah, and when companies get it wrong, you feel it instantly. Like if you have to repeat your story 4 times to 4 different people, it's a recipe for frustration, not loyalty.
I have to share this, Brenda. I once tried to switch my TV service, and I swear, every representative acted like I was calling them from Mars. I told my life story so many times, even I got bored hearing it. That's not how you keep people. Omnichannel is about continuity, not chaos.
Absolutely, Benny. And that brings us to the Voice of Customer, VOC programs. Gathering feedback is only step one. What matters is closing the loop. Show people you heard them and you acted, and they'll stick with you. IKEA does this well by centralizing feedback and actually using it to change policies and boost retention metrics.
Yeah, in manufacturing, those NPS scores and exit surveys, they're gold. I've worked with clients who did weekly reviews, changed processes on the fly, and guess what? Not only did retention rise, their whole service reputation did too.
Sometimes all it takes is, hey, we fixed this because you spoke up. Trust skyrockets from there.
Let's shift gears to AI, because honestly, a lot of people are still thinking it's just chatbots. It's so much more. You can predict who's at risk of leaving, spot silent dissatisfaction, and fix stuff before customers even realize there is a problem.
Exactly. Ultramobile rolled out a chatbot that got customers to the right person faster. And Pinterest is using AI to literally predict customer satisfaction in real time.
And I saw this at a payments company. Once they set up AI alarms for customers who went silent, their churn dropped 80%. That's not a rounding error, that's a massive change. Predict, prevent, personalize. That's where we're heading.
You know, people don't just buy products, they join brands. That's why brand communities matter. Look at Sephora's Beauty Insider or Nike Run Club. These aren't just transactional groups. They're real, living communities that drive advocacy.
Forums, invite only groups, even small in person meetups, they build tremendous loyalty. I once saw a B2B community double customer referrals just by making a space for members to swap stories and help each other. No sales pitch needed.
We did something similar with a professional services client, launching a client-only forum. Referrals didn't just rise, but we saw those clients becoming actual advocates, not just numbers on a spreadsheet. Operational excellence is sexy. Really. Deliver on your promises, manage expectations, fix mistakes fast, and be consistent across every channel. That's what moves the needle on retention and reviews.
Look, I like stories, okay? There was this boutique hotel chain. Once they got serious about standardizing workflows, tech, and staff training, their margins improved and reviews jumped. When your team is empowered and qualified and they can actually take ownership, the customer feels it.
Yes, and when you own your mistakes, explain the why, show the fix, you actually increase trust, not the other way around.
That's it. Empowered teams are your number one retention engine. Seriously.
Time to get nerdy for a second with measurement. Your customer retention rate, or CRR, is calculated by taking the customers you have at the end of a period, subtracting new customers acquired, dividing by the number you started with, then multiply by 100. For example, if you start with 15, add 6, and finish with 17, you'd calculate 17 minus 6 double 15 times 100, getting 73.33%. Not bad.
A/B testing is huge here. Try different onboarding emails, discount programs, or even product tutorials. See what sticks. E-commerce brands are on the front lines with this stuff, but you see it in SaaS too. If the data says something isn't working, pivot. Fast is better than perfect.
We had a SaaS client who tracked product adoption like a hawk. They caught features draining users and fixed them before it caused a mass exit. It's all in the metrics.
Every CEO listening, please tune in. If you want a retention revolution, you need a roadmap. It starts with mobilizing cross-functional teams, centralizing your data, actually listening and acting on customer feedback, investing in tech, and building community. And then do it again.
Think about it like this. The organizations that win on retention, from streaming music to finance, luxury retail, and SaaS, made it a core part of their DNA. Don't boil the ocean. Pick one pillar, run a pilot for 90 days, measure, and share the story. Repeat, repeat, repeat.
Here's a question for CEOs. Are you measuring the leaks in your bucket or just pour in faster?
If you want a revolution, start where it's messiest. That's where you'll see the biggest transformation. So, how do you scale from one pilot to a whole company? First, make retention everybody's responsibility, from sales to support to product. Tie retention goals to all departments. Then, invest in training so any team member can spot retention ops and actually do something about it. Finally, keep coming back to the numbers with review cycles. If it's working, double down. If it's not, adapt quickly.
And those cross-functional reviews, don't skip them. They're not just admin meetings. That's where you find untapped ideas. The more teams talk the same retention language, the less likely stuff falls through the cracks, right?
Retention has to be built into the culture, not just slapped on as an extra KPI. Tie customer retention metrics to performance reviews and even incentives. Create champions. Call them customer success ambassadors or whatever works in each department who advocate, share wins, and help mentor others on building loyalty.
And you can't forget communication. Remind people regularly why retention matters. Celebrate when you win, and keep everyone aware of new projects and lessons learned. That way, it becomes habit, not just hype.
Start with a data audit. Spot the blind spots in your KPIs and make sure you're measuring what actually affects retention. Then, form a retention task force made up of folks across teams, not just managers, who fold real customer insights into strategy and daily ops.
Oh, and the power of storytelling. Share your biggest wins and fails internally so the lessons travel. It stops people from reinventing the wheel and keeps that continuous improvement flywheel spinning.
Practical side. Get one unified dashboard for all retention KPIs. It lets you make quick decisions when you see problems or home run moments. Then run regular reviews where all teams share what's working and where they're stuck. And try out small pilot programs for new ideas before rolling them out to the whole org.
Yeah, scale what actually works. Don't guess. Pilot, measure, and then bake the winners into your process. Leave room to try stuff that feels a little risky. It might be your next breakthrough.
It all needs leadership to move the needle. So establish a council to champion retention initiatives right from the top. When execs make loyalty a strategic priority, it sticks. And then, get a little wild with a retention innovation lab. Test cutting-edge tech, AI, whatever keeps your brand one step ahead on customer experience.
And don't leave the stuff to chance. Make a task force that regularly reviews the latest retention data and trends, then recommends quick pivots when something new pops up. The companies that survive are the ones that don't get stuck in old ways, yeah?
Let's double down on the exec side. Keep leadership actively involved in retention, right from strategy to execution. Launch an innovation lab that's always testing emerging tools, from AR to predictive analytics, to enhance how you engage customers. And keep your loyalty task force nimble, so when they spot an opportunity or risk, they can act fast to keep your advantage.
You need momentum. Otherwise, things get stale fast. The more leadership drives experimentation, the more your whole team feels empowered to think outside the box. And believe me, sometimes the weirdest ideas end up saving the day.
Last but not least, for retention to stick, you've got to weave it right into your onboarding. From day one, new employees need to feel the customer-centric mindset. Keep them learning with fresh training on the latest retention strategies, technology, and customer insights, so they're never stuck in the past.
And hey, people love recognition. Create awards or celebrations for the teams or folks who move the needle on retention. It not only pumps them up, but shows everyone that loyalty matters at every level.
All right, I think if we could bottle up all of today's ideas, every single team would be in a way better place with their customers. This was awesome, Benny. Thanks for keeping it lively, as always.
My pleasure, Brenda. New customers may get the headlines, but the real revolution is in keeping the ones we already have. Let's keep this movement going, yeah?
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll be back with more stories, tools, and practical moves to turn retention into your superpower. Bye for now.
Bye bye. See you all next time in Match B2B Insights.